Abu Hanifa, the CEO of the Criterion Medical Home. We welcome you to our channels, Newsborn Stang NGTV. And for those of you just joining us, we encourage you guys to subscribe to our channel and like our channel, and also share our videos with your family and friends to maximize the benefits. And now, today we'll be having a discussion on our program on marriage affairs. And the discussion for today will be centered on a very, very crucial issue in marriage that has a whole lot of benefit, and it has a whole lot of roles to play to strengthen the home or perhaps to break the home. Sex is what we'll be discussing on. Sex. Yes, sex, just as you had me say. So sex has a whole lot of benefit. And I think in one of our programs, which we've done some few months ago, we made it clear that there's absolutely nothing a man can give to a woman in marriage that she can't get elsewhere legally. There's almost nothing you can give to your woman in marriage. Is it money? Is it food? Is it accommodation? Is it security? Is it protection? Is it love? Is it understanding? Whatever you think you can give to your woman that can make her satisfied in marital home cannot. So whatever you can give to your woman in a marital home, there is absolutely nothing you can give to her that she can't get elsewhere, except sex. Because sex is that one thing that makes her to leave her father's home. Sex is that one thing that makes her to leave her friends, her peers, and decide to stay with you alone. So you are the only one that can legally have sexual activity with her. If she is broke, or maybe if you are broke and you don't have the money to, to cater for your, so she can, perhaps she has someone that can borrow her money or give her money. She can get this elsewhere, and it won't be a crime. Are you getting it? But sex, no matter the love that is in between her and her father, no matter the fatherly love, no matter the brotherly love, the kind of love she and her siblings have for each other, they can't give her sex. So you are the only one, you as a man are the only one that can give it to her, and that is why sex is very important in marriage. And today we'll be discussing on this book, Be a Sex Legend, which is being written and authored by me, Abdullahi Oyekole Abu Hanifa. And the book is written and designed to be a lasting solution to sexual problems that are facing men. Today, in our society today, a lot of men, they have issues regarding sexual activities. They have sexual dysfunction, erectile dysfunction, and this is causing a whole lot of problem in marriage. In fact, according to statistics, 80 to 90% of broken homes are caused by sexual dysfunction. 80 to 90% of broken homes. Simply because if a woman is not being sexually satisfied, if you as a man, you are not, having that strength to, give your woman what she desires and what she wants of sexual satisfaction and pleasure, this will lead to some, to her behaving somehow, being aggressive, being nonchalant, and, transferring aggression towards the kids and beating them and just behaving somehow due to the fact that you are not responsible in the inner room. And with this, there will be conflict, and this can lead to broken home. So without much further ado, we'll be reading from this book, and it won't just be today. We have the intention of completing the book. So we'll be reading the book chapter to chapter, and we'll be starting from chapter 1 today. Be a Sex Legend, the final solution to all male sexual disappointments. I promise you guys it's going to be a very interesting one, and don't leave us, and follow us till the end of the program. So we'll be starting from chapter 1, which says, let's discuss sex. Let's discuss sex. Sex and sexuality are a part of life. Aside from reproduction, sex is about intimacy and pleasure, which can offer many surprising benefits to all facets of life. A whole lot of people, they thought that sex is just about reproduction, just have sex and, she reproduces and that's all. No, but sex has a whole lot than just reproduction. It is a form of exchanging of love between two lovebirds, between you and your partner. It is a way of, making the bond, that bond between you, to make it much more stronger. So it has a whole lot of benefits, which we'll be highlighting and explaining extensively right now. So it has too much benefits than just reproduction. Reproduction is one of the major reasons for having sex, but it's not just about reproduction. It has its own lot of role to play in strengthening the marriage and bettering the relationship between the two lovebirds. We said sex has a major role in your physical, intellectual, emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Sex has benefits Physically, it has how it influences you physically. Sex is a physical activity, and it requires physical strength. And sex itself is like an exercise on its own. It helps you to keep fit, it helps you to look well. And when you have sex, satisfying sex, your brain releases some hormones, some chemicals, some chemical messengers that helps to put your body in good shape, like endorphin, like serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, and other hormones that are feel good hormone. They are mood hormone that makes you very happy, and when you have a satisfying sex, you just feel very good. And also there are some of these hormones also help to relieve pains. That is, some people having some physical conditions that has to do with maybe having pains and inflammation in any part of their body. Having a satisfying sexual rounds will assist to relieve these pains, and it assists to also take care of psychological conditions like depression, anxiety, and other emotional and intellectual conditions. We said, though sex isn't enough exercise on its own, it can also be considered as light exercise. Yes, it's also an exercise, even though it's not a major exercise like jogging, like doing push-ups, like with lifting. But it on its own is also an exercise because it also assists you to push out sweat, and while doing sexual activity, your heart is beating fast, your brain hormones are you are very focused, your brain hormone are relaxing, and everything is just going on well, and your body is feeling good. So it is an exercise on its own, and it assists for good heart health. Now let's go to the benefits you can get from sex. We said amongst the benefit of sex is, number one, it helps to lower the blood pressure. Number two, it helps to burn calories. Number three, it increases heart health, just as we said earlier. And also, sex also assists to improve the muscle. It assists to improve the muscle because I said it's a physical activity, and it helps to improve your physical fitness. Also, we said sex reduces your risk of having heart disease, stroke, and hypertension. Yes, sex help in these ways also. Now, also, sex also assists to increase libido. You can be like, sex assists to improve your sex desire. Yes, sex, the more you sex, the more likely you wish to sex more. Because the more you sex, the more you know about it, the more you get used to the pleasure, to the satisfaction in sexual activity, and you wish to be in the act once again, and this assists to improve your libido. People with active sex life tend to exercise more frequently and have better dietary habits than those who are less sexually active. Physical fitness may also improve sexual performance overall. Yes, someone that has sex frequently and tends to have sex from time to time, this will demand the person to be in good shape. And being in good shape requires you to engage in series of physical exercise, physical activities, and engaging in physical activities will assist your health overall. I hope you can get this analogy. Sex demands you to be physically strong. I mean, when we're talking of sex, what I mean by sex is not just mere sex. I mean, satisfying sexual activities requires that you be in good shape. And for you to be in good shape, you need to train your muscles. And to train your muscles, you need to engage in physical activities. And engaging in physical activities will assist your overall health. So in the long run, sex has a whole lot to play to better our health in the general sense. I said, if you are looking to maintain sexual activity in bed all night with full erection and stamina, you are not alone. We are here together. That is, you are not the only one, because I believe a whole lot of you watching this program, if you've been able to satisfy your woman and you are okay, she's early you years, now you be the man, you are the guy, you are the man, you are okay. So it's good, and I believe you still want to improve and you still want to learn more on what are those tips, because in this book we are discussing extensively on all what you need to know about sex, not just a part. The book has like 13 or 14 chapters, and in each chapter it has its own unique lesson that you can't just wait to listen and benefit from them. So we said sex assists you to, if you want to improve your sexual activity. So we are here together, and that's the main reason why we are holding this program right now. There are plenty of male enhancement pills in the market to improve the male sexual performance. In the market, you see a lot of sex enhancement medications like Viagra, Vigo, sildenafil, a whole lot of herbal products, a whole lot of orthodox medications just on improving sex. But a whole lot of people have used these things to stay longer, to stay firmer, but without having the adequate results that they want. Some people will take these medications, they will take these things. It's one of the major reasons that made me to write this book. When people complain about sex, that I'm having issue with sex, I'm a 1 minute man, I'm 2 seconds man, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a that, and they just recommend go and use this, use that. If then people complain, and like 2 of them, they give a good credit that yes, I really saw the effect of the medication I used, and I was really impressed. In fact, my sex life improved, and my wife is very happy about about me being able to satisfy her. They've 2 of them have they gave good credits, but the remaining 8 might be like, yes, I used what you recommended, I used what you gave me, but still I'm still having this issue of of this premature ejaculation. I'm still not being able to satisfy my woman. In fact, the last time we had sex, she spit on my eye due to the fact that I'm not satisfying her. So you'll be like, okay, why is it that the medication worked in some people and it did not work in some people? This is very simple. It's simply because there are lots of factors behind sexual dysfunction, and you can't just use the medication to treat all sickness. You need to understand where exactly is this person's condition, where exactly is this person's problem coming from, so as to know how best to assist and address the person's condition. And that is why we wrote this book. We highlighted the factors behind sexual dysfunctions. What are those reasons? What factors can affect you to not be satisfying your woman, not to be sexually responsible, and how do you address each of these factors? So I said, a lot of people go to the market to get these medications to improve their sex life. But the mistake most people make regarding sex is that most of us think there is a permanent shortcut without a long walk. Just give me something I'll just use. Just give me something. No, it's not matter of just give me something. Sit down, let's discuss what is the reason behind your sexual dysfunction. You can't just tell me to give you anything without understanding the causative agent behind your problem. Are you getting it? So most of us, we just, you see a lot of people, they take all these ogidiga, kinika, taking them. You ask them, why are you taking this? Because tonight, I have a lady coming tonight, and or me and my wife, I just, we are like taking these things. This can be the solution. This is just like trying to look for a shortcut to a very long distance, and it might work and it might not work. Are you getting it? In fact, the shortcut might later be a very long cut due to the fact that you did not follow the protocol. So I said, and I continue, I said, most of us think there's a permanent shortcut without a long walk, but the case is that improving one's sex life requires determination and seriousness. When I'm talking of improving one's sex life, I'm not talking of just, because most of us don't really understand how sex works. Let me be factual here. Women and men, we have different sexual response. As a man tends to get easily aroused. Man tends to get easily aroused, as in our sexual urge is very easily, arousing, and immediately a woman, just looking at a woman or anything that can, trigger demands to be sexually active, merely looking at or just even listening to the voice of someone that you are, inclined to, and your body starts, moving somehow, and you just wish to be in the act. So that is man for you. But women by nature, they don't easily get aroused. You need to understand this to have peace. Women by nature, majority, we can see some few women that are, also really arousing like men, but this is few. Most women, you still have to, do some set of prelude, some set of, plays and foreplays, and before they start, feeling that yes, something is going on. So, but the irony part of it is that I said most men easily get aroused, but most men also easily get, tired. Are you getting me? Some men, in fact, they get aroused very fast. Like, the body is like wanting to be in the act, and I think no, it's like it's not even knowing what's going on again. He just wants to insert something into something. But immediately he inserts this thing into that thing, then within some few seconds or maybe some few minutes, he gets down, and that's the end for most men. Or let me say for some men. But women by nature, it takes women, if she's aroused, as in you've gotten her into the acts, it takes her at least 10 to 15 minutes. In fact, there are some women that takes as long as 20-30 minutes before getting to orgasm. I get it. If men get aroused easily, men tend to get to orgasm also easily and very fast. Men can get to orgasm as much as 30 minutes, 30 seconds. Orgasm means the climax, the highest peak of sexual satisfaction. That peak whereby you feel like there's nothing more sweeter than just, than sex. That's time when you get to that point. So that is orgasm. Women also get to this point. In fact, most men don't know that women get to orgasm. I know what I'm saying with facts. Most men, or let me say some men, majority of men don't know that women get to orgasm. And this is the reason behind this is that women takes time to orgasm. Imagine in a case whereby maybe the particular woman you have, she is the kind of person that don't easily get aroused, and it takes her time to orgasm, maybe 20 minutes before she gets to orgasm. And you, by you are having this issue of maybe sexual dysfunction or whatever sexual problem you are having, you don't last more than 1 minute, 2 minutes. And your woman, your wife, she takes 20 minutes to orgasm. So now look at it, calculate it. So meaning if you should ejaculate in the 2 minutes, in the second minute, and she still needs like 18 minutes more penetration before she gets to that climax. So you can see that, so you won't even know that she gets there. You won't even, because she's not getting there to, as in you've not taken her down to that orgasm, and you feel like maybe she doesn't. And this is one of the reasons why women claim they don't like sex. If you see a woman saying she don't like sex, the problem is mostly from the men. This is a very clear fact. The problem is mostly from the men, because it's just as if you put her in free and you just leave her alone. Now, I said like some women, okay, let's take maybe 10 minutes. Maybe it takes her 10 minutes to get to orgasm, to feel that pleasure in sex. And you had sex with her and you're just, maybe you spend like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you are off. It's not a problem that you go one round and you ejaculate. But the problem is that after ejaculating, you need to try to at least go more. Simply because that one round, this is a fact, the first round of sexual activity is mainly for the man only. This is a fact. The first round of sexual activity is mostly for the men. First round in most sexual relationship, first round is not satisfying to women, because most first round is not long. It's, in most men, they ejaculate fast in the first round due to the fact that, I said it earlier that men quickly get aroused, and the more aroused you are, the more the excitement in the sexual activity you are having, the easier, the faster you ejaculate, the faster you get to climax your orgasm. So now, let's say maybe you ejaculated in the second minute, no problem. But the issue is for you to just say, okay, since you've ejaculated and you don't want to go more, that means you are selfish. You are just after your own satisfaction. You are not after the woman's satisfaction, because we said it earlier, and it is a fact that women don't get to orgasm as fast as men. So if you spend 2 minutes, 3 minutes, even 5 minutes, you just satisfied yourself. I get it. You've just satisfied yourself. So you still need to, to try more, to take her also to orgasm, so that it can be a mutual enjoyment. So you've orgasmed and you've also gotten to orgasm, and that makes the relationship very interesting. And, she won't be telling you she don't want to engage in sex, because she's also enjoying it. But in a kind of relationship whereby, you got to orgasm and you just, you left her alone, you went to sleep, and she's just like, she still needs you more. She still needs, that penetration, and you are not there. Are you getting it? So women by nature understand the fact that they don't orgasm the way we orgasm. It takes time for them to orgasm, and for you to be a legend to your woman, as you want to be that man that your woman deserves. You want to be that man that your woman always dream of being with. A whole lot of us, don't let's lie with ourselves. Yes, we are in a relationship, we are married, but some of these men within themselves, they're like, how I wish this is not the man I get married to. To be candid, it's a fact. A whole lot of women, like, how I wish I don't get married to this man, because of, if you look at the reason behind why she's thinking of such, most cases it will be because of sexual dissatisfaction from the end of our husband. So you as a man, please try as much as possible, be zealous, be serious about improving your sex life. This is one of those things that will strengthen your marriage. This is one of those things that will make your woman submissive, totally submissive to you. Some men will say that my wife is not submissive, she's aggressive, she's this, she's that. I think I've told us, I think some few months ago, I told us about the instance of a man that told his wife, the man told his wife to look for a man that will be having sex with her. As in, a husband told his wife, also like, what can cause such rubbish? So he said the reason why he told her is simply because he's a very weak man doing sexual activity, and this makes his wife to be aggressive. In fact, she beats the kids mercilessly, she talks to people aggressively, and she doesn't obey him. She's not submissive to him. Whenever he tells her to do something, she's like, as in, you two, you are talking. You two, you are talking. Like, in this house, we are two women in this house. You are just a man in clothes. You are just a man by name. In this house, we are, there are some words that some women say that, someone can even go and commit suicide hearing those words. I get it. So the man was frustrated to the extent that he told his wife that, come here, look for a man. God forbid bad thing. Like, look for a man that will be having sex with you, but don't let me know the man, and don't let the man know me. Just, look for somewhere far. Don't let us know each other. So this is simply because the man is well to do financially, but it's not all about money. Money has its own role to play in marriage. Yes, it has its own role to play in marriage. Going into marriage, you need to have something doing so as to pay the bills, but still, money doesn't do everything. Just as you have to be responsible financially, you also have to be responsible sexually. So let's quickly complete this episode, this chapter, so that by next week we continue on the chapter 2. I said, I can tell you authoritatively that one can engage in sexual intercourse for hours. It's what we've attempted, and it's a normal routine. Anything is achievable with determination and zeal to learn and improve. That is, sex, though it's not a matter of how long. Like, how long should I sex to satisfy my wife? What really matters in sex is satisfaction by both parties. Are you getting it? If both parties are satisfied, like you are satisfied and she's satisfied, not that one party is satisfied. Sex should be a kind of symbiotic association whereby both benefit. It shouldn't be a commensalism. No, it shouldn't be a parasitic association. If I say commensalism, whereby one is benefiting and is not harming the other, but a parasitic association is whereby one is benefiting at the expense of the other, while the other is being harmed. Are you getting it? So sex should be a symbiotic relationship, a mutual relationship, whereby both of you are benefiting and you are, happy about what relationship. So that's what really matters. It's not a matter of hours, not a matter of minutes. What is satisfactory to both of you? If what you are satisfied with is 10 minutes, both of you, then it's okay. In fact, if both of you are okay with 5 minutes, it's okay. And if what you want is 1 hour and you're both okay with it, no problem. If what you want is a whole day, you want to be in the house throughout the whole day, you don't want to, no problem. That's your cup of tea. So what really matters in sex is satisfaction. Exactly. What really matters is satisfaction. So I said, and I continue. I personally have experienced what it takes to be a 30 seconds man, a 1 minute man, whereby one's wife will be highly disappointed in one, and complaining different time, and being a man that you are having this issue of sexual disappointment, sexual dissatisfaction, you will feel ashamed of yourself, especially if your woman is saying it out like, to be candid, you are not a man enough. Those words are very, because man by nature, we have this ego, we are egocentric. I guess in it, we see ourselves as being the alpha and the omega when it comes to family activities. So now your woman telling you that you are not sexually responsible, look at the way you are, it threatens your authority as a man. I guess in that point, being challenged by your woman that you are not satisfying her sexually, this is a very great challenge that threatens the authority as a man, and that's why it's very important that you improve on yourself so that you can regain back your confidence, so you can regain back your authority as a man at home. I said I experienced what Yoruba called shekonsulo. They what they call shekonsulo in Yoruba. That is, you go 1 week round and you just slept off uncontrollably. I call sulongbe. after like ejaculating within some very few weak seconds, then he just slept off. So, but I was very determined to improve my sex life because it's the backbone of every marriage. Sex is the backbone of every marriage, and it's the key factor in determining the failure or success of marital relationship. Are you getting it? So if you see a marriage, listen to this fact. If you see a marriage whereby the wife is always doing yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, she's submissive to her husband, she's pampering her husband like a kid, she's like my man, my man, my man, my man. Let me tell you a fact. It means the man is a real man in the inner room activity. If you see a woman that is submissive to her husband and trying to as much as possible to care for him, to take care of him, it means that she's enjoying something and she don't want any cockroach to affect or to to cause some kind of dissatisfaction to her husband, because she's getting that pleasure and satisfaction she needs and deserves. But if you see a situation whereby the woman is very arrogant, she speaks nonchalantly to the man, she doesn't care if he dies or live, she doesn't, she's just behaves, abnormally to the man in the relationship, or she's aggressive. My man, let me tell you something. Don't disturb yourself too much. The main problem behind the man is sexually. See, the reason why we are saying man, yes, there are some cases where women too might have this issue of being weak, but firstly, this is not common, and secondly, men have. Me being a Muslim as a case study, if I have a wife and she's not sexually strong, as in she's weak, I have the option to have two. But as a woman, it is a taboo. In any way, you can't have two husbands. So she has just one option, and that is you. But as a man, so as in the worst be worse, you have more wives. You have 2, 3 wives because okay, why? This one is not satisfying me, so I want at least they will complement each other. But for a woman, she has just one option, and that is you. So that is why it is very, very important that you take care of yourself, because you are the only one that can give her what she deserves. You are the only one that can satisfy her. If she gets that sexual satisfaction from elsewhere, and she's caught in the act, she will be abused. She will be labeled with different names because she's taking what you deserve to someone else, and it's generally known to be something very bad and very wrong. So you have this great task of satisfying her, of giving her the sexual needs that she wants. So you see, what is worth doing is what's doing well. So I said, if you fall in this second category of men, that is, you fall in the category of men that are sexually weak, don't worry, you are on the right track to winning back your wife respect and become the man your wife desires. So don't forget, the book we are discussing right now is called Be a Sex Legend, and it is designed to assist you to improve your sex life. So this is the end of chapter 1. We've discussed basically on the importance of sex and how it helps to strengthen and improve your marital relationship. So on the next episode in chapter 2, we'll be discussing on factors behind sexual dysfunction. Factors. Now we've known the importance of sex. What are now those things that can cause you to have sexual dysfunction? What are those things that can affect you not to be responsible doing inner home activities? So knowing these factors, then you listening, you our viewers, you take it to your own personal condition. Like, okay, is this the factor behind my own condition? Can it be this factor? Can it be this factor? So we know how best. We discuss on the factors. We discuss on how best to approach and to treat each factors. So don't forget, I am my humble self, Dr. Abdullahi Oyekole Abu Hanifa, the CEO of the Criterion of the Medical of our Home. Subscribe to our channels and share our videos with your loved ones. You can reach us out on 09032372682, 09032372682. And if you need hard copy of the book, you can also message us or WhatsApp us on the same number, 09032372682. Thanks so much, the Criterion Cares.